stuff. Those get like millions of views. O's in them too, so it's like cool shit. We all do like pickup. I'm assuming that's why you're here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop knowledge on you today. I'm pretty much speaking about like the secrets to success, okay? And like a little bit of like my story and shit, where I came from, and how I got like really like good game in like 2.5 years. When like you see like all these guys in this shit, it took them like 10 fucking years to get good at this. But like, dude, 2.5 years. You know what I mean? And I do pretty fucking good for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been in this for about 2.5 years, 2 years roughly.
Yeah.
And like things started to pick up once I met Justin, and we started to go out like pretty much every weekend. Met Mateus, met a bunch of people, a lot of you here. I met through Justin as well in the Let's Get Girls community.
Yeah, the Let's Get Girls community, I don't know if you guys are all in it, but it's like this big Facebook group we made about picking up chicks. And it's fucking dope. There's like 2,000 people in it. And like whenever I'm downtown, like people are coming up to me like, let's get girls. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
And before it existed, like I used to have this big issue, like who do I go out with?
Yeah.
You know, all my friends didn't know about pickup.
Like I didn't really know what pickup was. I was more so just trying, like going out, trying to socialize, talk to people because I had social anxiety. You know what I mean? So I just want to make friends and get girls. You know what I mean? But like, dude, I came from a really like fucked up place. Like I was bullied like my entire childhood. I mean, like my parents were supportive and everything, but I feel like I was too sheltered, so they didn't give me what I needed to pretty much become the person I wanted to be. If that makes sense, right? So I was like really fucked up socially. Like I got bullied. I was always like the weird kid kind of guy, and so like I'd say like total I was working on myself for like 6.5 years, maybe like 7 years, like socially. Like I spent like 4 years just like fighting my social anxiety, pushing myself and stuff. And then like when I learned about like pickup and like talking to girls and shit, I was like, this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Me too. I've been doing this since around maybe like May. That's when I fully got into pickup, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I guess in grade 10, that's when I just started realizing like I want more. Like I always hated being average. Like my social skills, they're always okay. But I remember like being at family gatherings, and I'd feel nervous, or I'd feel kind of out of place. Like I couldn't fully be myself. I just wanted to be able to be myself around places, and I think that's what pickup teaches you. Like
Yeah.
all those stuff about congruence, it just means like being yourself, right? And if you like someone, you should just be yourself and showcase like how you feel towards that person. So yeah, and it's been a great experience. It teaches you so much about like people, and you learn a lot of social cues. You meet awesome people, and just like be able to like expand yourself to the person like you've always wanted to be. Like
Yeah, it's like honestly, Ola's been in this for like what 6-7 months. Her game's fucking crazy. It's like you're gonna see the shit like she gets away with. Like she's fucking insane.
Like if you see some of her infield, she's better than most dudes.
I'd say she's probably better than like at least 95% of the dudes I've met.
And she's pulled like threesomes already.
Like she's fucking crazy. She's a lesbian, by the way. If you guys haven't picked up on that.
on Friday
She actually, she's low. It's fine with me.
Yeah. No, like she for the most part she's a lesbian, but like her game's fucking awesome. She like knows the same principles, everything. Like there's like certain principles in like game and pickup and shit that fucking work, and there's ones that don't work. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get a good gist of that today, but yeah, let's just get this rolling, okay?
Thanks.
And actually, no, I was driving. I was in the car with my buddy, and we came to like a red light. It was actually a young Dundas, and there was like, and then like I guess the 80 chick beside me. We moved things to the back. All the fucking time. So when you start to Earlier this year, I'd be walking around at school. I'd make out like 3 chicks a day at school. I remember this one time, I just finished an exam. First of all, I don't drink, it's really bad for game. But this is like last year, and I just finished exams, and I was like, cool, drinks. And all my friends fucking drink. Everyone I go out, I hang out with guys who have a fucking awesome game, because they're all naturals, but they rely on like alcohol and shit to heighten their behavior, right? That's how most guys get good at this shit. I don't fucking drink. When I'm out, when I'm doing this shit, dude, nothing. No drugs, no drinking, nothing. Okay? And that's what gives me actually a competitive advantage over a longer period of time. But I actually remember this one day, I was like fucking drunk at school. I blacked out. I don't remember like anything. I looked at my phone, I had I swear to God, 5 different girls texting me saying my neck hurts. Okay? And it's like piecing together everything. I bit 5 different girls' necks at fucking school. It was a Tuesday. I mean, so like that's pretty much what a good game can get you. Like You can master your social circles. More so than that, you build better social circles. You make friends with cool people like fucking Nick and Ola. You learn how to be the person you want to be. Okay, that's essentially what good game gets you. Coming from like who I used to be, dude, I used to be a piece of shit. First of all, like I was like one of those guys who wasn't happy with their lives, so I wouldn't want other people to be happy with their lives. Okay, so I was like kind of a dick, but I was also shy, so I wasn't good at making people unhappy with their lives. So I was like, my family relationship sucked. I'd pick on my little brother. I'd get bullied at school, go home, pick on my little brother because I got bullied, and I want to like throw it on him. When I got into like game and improving myself, actually in the beginning, when I was working on social anxiety and shit, I didn't read any books. I didn't do anything, dude. I was just walking around at school, pushing myself to talk to this one girl or this group of friends and make some sort of reputation for myself in like high school. Right? I went from this dude who fucked up social anxiety, no friends. Like when I say no friends, I mean absolutely zero friends. Okay? Because any friends I had bullied me like hard, like heavily, to the point where I was like depressed. I remember being 10 years old, even being like borderline suicidal, where I wanted to kill myself because I was like, getting bullied so fucking hard. Compared to what I am today, it's like opposite, complete opposite. You would never expect me to be that person, but it's because I was that person, which gave me so much fucking motivation, dedication, just hustle my ass off and become this person. Okay. So I'm just gonna run through some like secrets of success with you guys. I don't know if we did the survey, but that was like the main thing people want to learn, right? Like secrets to success. Just have like a few notes here, okay? Just in case we get anything. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so again, I did have social anxiety. I had depression, and I actually had OCD. I was like fucking twitchy all the time. That lowered my self-esteem because I was really fucking weird. I was like the weird kid. You know what I mean? More so than that, like I was a weird kid who got bullied. So anyone I was friends with would just fucking pick on me. It was fucked up. But the main thing I eventually realized, I think I realized this in 8th grade, is that I never took responsibility for myself. Everything that was happening to me was my fucking fault. Okay, sure I was like what, 12, 13 years old, but I was realizing like this is my fucking fault. If I don't have friends, dude, if the whole world is hating on you, that's probably a reflection of you. You know what I mean? So it was my fucking fault that I didn't have friends. It was my fault I was getting bullied. It was my fault I was fucked up because I wasn't managing my life. I had shit hygiene. I was fucking pussy. And so I started working on myself, just like moving things forward, talking to new people. So that's when high school kicked in. Towards the end of high school, sure I had friends, but I was just like, I was average, okay? I wasn't anything special, and I knew like, fuck, this sucks. Because I was still like the bottom of my, like the jokes, okay? Like I had this one group of friends, and I was like the bottom bitch of the jokes. So towards like 12th grade, I stopped hanging out with them, and I started hanging out with like those scene kid hipster dudes, who like, they all like smoke and shit, and like, have like a small party of like 10 people where they get together, get drunk, and then talk shit about everyone else at school and stuff. So like, I was hanging out with them. And I mean, it wasn't much better, but no one was picking on me, no one was giving me any bullshit, so it wasn't too bad. From there, like, I got in the game. Dude, when I got in the game, I cut all my fucking friends off. Everyone. Okay, I had this one buddy, Patrick, from high school. This guy had gone to my high school for 4 years. I never said a word to him. But, because we hung out through mutual friends, I was like, I want to talk to girls. He's like, I want to talk to girls too. I was like, oh, we're best friends. Okay. Bro, that's how to find your wingman. It's like, any of these motherfuckers in this room. Bro, you guys should be hitting up everyone, getting all the numbers. You guys could all be best friends, let me tell you that. And it's amazing, because like when you grow with them, that's like the best feeling in the world. Like when I met Nick, who's this like dude with like blonde hair and braces outside the club, he comes up to me and my friends, and I was like already like a year into game. So this guy comes up to us, he's like, hey man, how's it going? He's like, are you talking to girls? I'm like, who's this motherfucker?
I'm so scared too. I had like approach anxiety going up to you. I'm like,
This guy had approach anxiety came up to me and my friends, because me and my college buddies, right? We're walking down the street going, hey, at the top of our fucking lungs. Talking to chicks that walk by, just being obnoxious as fuck. He comes up to us, he's like, hey man, girls, yeah. Like, the fuck? This guy's like, are you gonna pick up? I'm like, oh shit, my nigga. So like, we ended up like hitting on the same chicks, and like, he made out like 10 or like 12 chicks that night. I was like, what the fuck? It's like most chicks I'd ever made out the night was like 3 or something, maybe like 5. And I mean, I wasn't pulling either. I'd like fucked like 3 chicks. Like I got in the game, and like I got some like lucky fucking easy kills when I was like drunk. That was it. And this guy like hit up like 10 chicks, 12 chicks. He's like, I see this guy, right, with like fucked up social anxiety, but then you see him in the club, he's like, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I was so drunk that night too.
And I was like walking up to chicks, I was like, hey, what's up, I'm Justin. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything special what I was doing. So like, I got like, fuck, I was like making out like some chick on the couch for 2 hours. I got needy, texted her like 10 times. I was like, let's hang out, yeah, it'd be cute. Oh, maybe we'll like go on a date. I mean, this chick doesn't fucking know me. We just made out for 2 hours, giving each other hickeys. And then, like, I was needy for her. Well, I see this guy running around the club making out like 12 chicks. This is the guy who I was like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's fucking weird. I thought Nick was fucking weird, but like, he blew my fucking mind. So like, I recognize that I've got like the social intelligence. He's got that freedom. Dude, these are two things in game that are so fucking powerful. You bring them together, social freedom plus like calibration. Dude, it's explosive. You won't be scared to do certain things. You won't be scared to push yourself. On top of that, you're calibrated, so you're not making girls uncomfortable. Everyone likes you. Dude, after hanging out with this guy, I was like, yo, dude, I'll teach you what I know. We'll go out, we'll fucking pimp it. Dude, Nick was holding it, so we go out, right? And we start going out for a few weeks, like on the weekends and shit. Nick was holding a camera just by his side while we talked to chicks. Dude, he threw that shit on YouTube. It's got like 160,000 views on YouTube, and we're like, what the fuck, this is crazy. So that's how we started Let's Get Girls and everything. And here I am today, right? So I'm just gonna jump back on topic with like the secrets of success. Okay, so there was that take responsibility for yourself aspect. So take responsibility. I never took responsibility for myself, and that fucked me up. You always want to take responsibility for yourself. Okay? There's something that kind of explains to, where's Sebastian at? Oh, there you go. That's good. Yeah, it explains to you, right? Self-assurance, last night boot camp. Like, completely believing in yourself. Like, do you see on the video, like, when we're talking to girls, man, we're walking up to them, completely fucking sure of ourselves. When Ola made out that chick in the end, dude, she walks up to this chick, I don't know how to talk to girls. Looks at the camera, I don't know how to talk to girls. Goes in for a makeout, okay? You don't doubt yourself. Self-doubt is good, but when you're gaming, it's not. I have self-doubt all the time. I'm always like, is what I'm teaching good enough? Last night, how many times did I ask you, do you think tonight was worth it? Am I pushing hard enough? Shit like that. Self-doubt's good, because that's what helps you learn, okay? That's another secret to success is self-doubt. You always want to fucking be learning. So you always want to have slight self-doubt where you can be like, where you're being fucking honest with yourself and where you're at, okay? But you want to have hard self-assurance. You want to fucking just like have this kind of vibe about you where like you're so fucking sure of whatever you do, you have a full belief in whatever you do. Whatever you do, you just fucking commit to it, like 100%. Versus hello, I'm Justin, versus, yo, what's up, dude, I'm Justin, right? It's like direct eye contact, like fucking completely sure of myself, right? You wanna pretty much also, have you guys heard of self-fulfilling prophecies? Yeah. It's like, if you believe something will happen, it'll happen, like law of attraction, shit like that. The way I see it, it's like based on your selective focus, if you believe something will happen, your body language will like open up to make it happen. Your eye contact will make it happen. Like, this happened last night with this guy actually. I would tell him to go do something. I'd like physically pushing him, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So he's all like, oh fuck, and then just throwing at the girl, and the girl's like, what the fuck is this guy? And he's like, ugh. Right? Versus when he sees a hot girl he wants to talk to, he'd walk up to her and he's like, hey, what's up? His name's Mushfiq, but
Owen.
He'd be like, I'm Owen. Because like, in the club, who the fuck's gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't know, like, what kind of name is that, right? So, no, I'm not.
No, it's all,
I
I understand, yeah.
But it's like, dude, if you got one of those names, also come up with like a fake name so people fucking know how to say your name in the club.
I also try
I'm
like
Justin. I'm like, yo,
yeah.
stop, I'm Justin. They remember that. They're not gonna remember like Abdul or like one of those really fucking long names where it's like Iftikhar or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, have a full belief in what you do. Because, dude, that shit's a fucking game changer. That's probably like one of the biggest things. But you only get that from experience, right? Which brings me to being consistent, right? You want to be going out every single day. And by that, I mean do different challenges for yourself, too. If you're going out every single day doing the same fucking thing, you're doing nothing, man. You're fucking banging your head against the wall, doing fucking nothing. If you went out every single day with different challenges, day to day, week to week, month to month, dude, your shit's gonna explode, like big time. right now I'm on 2 different 30-day challenges. I'm on a clean eating one, and fuck, I don't remember. Oh yeah, no, I'm on one. Okay, no, I'm on 3. So I'm on one to like expand what I'm doing with LetsGetGirls. I'm on one for clean eating, and I'm on one to go out every day. Earlier this year, I went out for 200 days in a row. I didn't miss a single day. That's from the beginning of summer till like October. Went out 200 days in a row, and I didn't miss a single fucking day. For the last 2.5 years, I've gone out almost every day. Like even if I miss one day, I reset my challenge. So I've pretty much gone out every single day for 2.5 years. I've maybe missed 100 days at most. I'd probably say even less in the last 2.5 years. And that's like if it's like fucking winter and there's like a snowstorm and shit, like I might still go out. I remember like it was like Valentine's Day earlier this year. It was minus 40 out. I was wearing 5 layers of clothing. I was wearing a double layer jacket, a sweater under that, a shirt, and then a t-shirt under that. Okay? And 2 pairs of pants. And I pulled. It was, it was fucked. It was minus 40 out. Dude, it was fucking freezing. My skin was like burning. And I got the chick to pay for dinner. She spent like $50 on dinner. I snuck into the I shouldn't say that to anyone. I snuck into a certain hotel and I pulled. Okay? We like took all our shit off. We went into this like random, there's this random room in the basement. We put like, there's this table, we put it in front of the door, banged, made a sex tape on my phone. I just like left my phone on this like little ledge. And then, dude, you know what I mean? It's like, anything's fucking possible. You gotta go out every day though. Because if you're not going out every day, you're not gonna have that edge. Your like behavior won't be as strong, as masculine, the way you talk won't be as masculine, right? You wanna make sure like your voice is masculine. It's projected. You notice the way I talk? Even the way I talk, it like echoes around the fucking room. Okay? You wanna fucking have that. Next.
So Justin,
Yeah, what's up?
I have a question. So the more like you go out, like if you go like every day on a regular
Yeah.
basis, it means more like you get like abundance more than like scarcity.
Exactly. Well, because when you're going out every day, you fall into a cycle of abundance where, oh, I'm meeting chicks, I've got a cool lifestyle. When I say go out every day, man, you don't have to go out every day to do pickup. You don't have to be the pickup artist every day. You know what I mean? Like, I go to school 4 days a week. I'm a club promoter as well. I go to the club. I do boot camps. So, right there, 7 days a week, man. And then on Sundays, I walk around my neighborhood saying hi to old people. It's like, hello, how's your day going? Hello, how's your day going? That's it, right? And I've got like the cycle of abundance, I've got my lifestyle, I've got everything fucking managed, okay? I'm a club promoter, make money doing that. Got my finances managed. I go to school, getting my education. And then after class, I'll walk around, talk to girls, shit like that. Even if you're in a relationship, I always recommend being social. You could potentially lose a girl. In fact, something I actually noticed, which is fucking huge, which is a lot of guys who get in this shit, they get the first girl, and then they start acting like a bitch boy again. You know what I mean? They start acting like a pussy, because they lose those behaviors, they lose that abundance. So they start acting chody, very clingy and shit. The girls didn't like them because of that. They liked them because of the alpha guy they were, right? They lose them. They lose their girl, and then they're like back at square one, but now they're like emotionally fucked up. Okay, you want to wire yourself with the right beliefs. An example of that is coming to the seminar and hearing me talk, hearing Nick and Ola talk about the right belief systems you have to have. Okay, if you want to be successful at this, gotta have the right fucking belief systems. Cool? Cool. Mentors. Okay, I want to see, show of hands. Who here has a mentor? Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. I don't know your name, man.
No.
Okay, Misha.
Yeah.
Who's your mentor?
Valentino Cohen.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you know, Mateus actually interned for him for like a month. He like lived with Valentino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were like best friends and shit. Yeah, who else is mentors? I want to see. Who's your mentor, Lexi? Ola's your mentor, okay.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill, okay. It's always good to be learning from other people, okay? On top of that, if you're trying to learn game, you want to hang out with dudes who got fucking crazy ass game, okay? So, I've got a few mentors. So, mentors. Oh man. I've like fuck tons. Like I said, I hang out with guys who know what the fuck they're doing, and I'm learning from them, dude. When I'm hanging out with them, another part about learning and getting good at this shit is like you humble yourself, okay? You might feel overwhelmed. You might feel like, I'm doing shit compared to this guy. When I used to hang out with Mateus, dude, I was 17 years old. This guy would be running around the mall going, ah! He'd run around the mall making weird noises, trying to stifle himself. That'd put him out of his head. Then he'd mass approach girls in the fucking mall. Dude, I was approaching 1 or 2 girls a day, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's fucking crazy. He was one of the biggest mentors I've ever had in my entire fucking life. He was amazing. You know what I mean? At the same time, he was always hitting me up for advice, so we were mentors from each other. Your wingmen can be your mentors, okay? On top of that, finding guys who are really fucking good, like, genuinely, like, but, dude, at the time, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. But we were learning off each other, and that's all that matters, okay? On top of that, you want to have those mentors who actually know what they're doing, and learn from them as well. Yo, who here met my buddy Nate? You met Nate. You met Nate. Nate was this crazy-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I got in a fight with him.
You got in a fight with Nate?
Yeah.
I'll explain why Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
so big.
Okay, so I'll explain. Because Nate had this thing called fuck or fist fight. If he didn't pull, he'd start a fist fight on the street at night. That's what it was. He's crazy. This guy was like fucking this tall, huge. He's fat too, man. He's like this fat, like light-skinned dude. And he was homeless. I forgot to mention that. He was fucking homeless. He was in Toronto, living with like he had 2 stripper girlfriends, by the way. 2 stripper girlfriends. And he was living with like a fuck buddy, but she lived in like the West End. The TDC didn't run there in the middle of the night. He had no way to get home. So for literally weeks on end, he'd be homeless. He'd sleep in the fucking young and dead-ass McDonald's, okay? I kid you not. He'll sleep in the McDonald's. Anything he needed, any food or anything, he'd shoplift it. And he'd fuck like 15 chicks a month. I swear to God. He'd pull every fucking night. I remember he pulled like 8 times in 7 days. Like, it was like 6 different chicks. Then like the Monday night where like he couldn't fucking pull off the street, he'd call up one of his stripper girlfriends. He'd be like, yo, I'm horny. And they'd come pay for a hotel. So then he'd have a place to stay for a couple nights. And then he'd like bang them, kick them out, go to the club, pull another chick back to the hotel. This guy was fucking crazy. While I was hanging out with this guy, he was the biggest dick I've ever met. This guy was a fucking asshole, okay? He's such a dick. But the shit I learned from this guy, I learned how to be so, like, his masculine polarity, like the way he acts, so fucking sure of himself. Just like 100% sure of himself. Never has self-doubt, even if he's doing the most weird shit in the fucking world. The weirdest fucking shit. He'd walk into like, I'm not saying do this, but it's like the frame he's coming from is what good game is. He'd walk into like, I think it was like, I'm not even gonna name names, I don't wanna get like sued by like some fucking company or some shit, but like he'd walk into a certain department store, steal a bottle of lube, and knock everything off the shelf. He'd be like, walk in the aisle, like, la la la, the shelf. And he'd like open a chick in the store, try to make out with her, and then like peace out.
The coke.
Oh man. And on his like nights where he's like fucking bored, he's like, yo, I'm getting tired. It's like, hey Justin, man, I'm getting tired of like banging all these chicks. You know what? I'm just gonna get drunk tonight. He'd get drunk, like find a random coke dealer on the street, do some coke, do some Molly, smoke some weed, and then go steal more shit, and then fuck another girl.
Him selling coke.
Oh yeah, and he also sells coke.
No, I believe you're the one that told me he grinded like chalk. And
Oh
and
yeah, oh man, this
sold
one
to
time
guys
he fucking
as coke.
he grinded up some chalk and sold it to like a homeless guy for $100, telling him it was cocaine. I'm not saying do this shit, right? But it's like, in fact, I'm not saying hang out with people like this. Nate's a fucked up guy. He's fucked up. But like the amount of shit I learned from him was amazing. And I mean, at one point, all our friends were like, yo, Nate's getting kind of fucked up. I should stop letting him sleep over. I'm scared he's gonna like kill me in my sleep or something. Yeah, oh man. My buddy Khaldun, another great guy. This guy's one of like the sweetest, hard guys I've ever met, but he's also alpha as fuck, man. If you see this guy, you think he's this aggressive douchebag. This is how we met. I was in the club. It was actually at the Brunny, like 2 years ago. No, a year ago. Like a year and something ago. So it was like 2 days before school started. I'm at the Brunny. And I'm like, guys, I'm fucking killing it. I'm going up to my friends. I'm like, I'm killing it. Fuck yeah, bitches. And like, he sees me. I'm like, this fucking, like Bieber hair and like fucking white pants. And he's like, who's this motherfucker, right? Who says he's killing it? Bro, I was making a video that night about stealing guys off girls, okay? So, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, Khaldun. He became a good buddy of mine later. So, I'm like hitting all the chicks, do my thing. I see this hot girl, I'm like, hey, come here. Pull her off, brand dude, pick her up, walk away, start making out there. You know what I mean? Put her down. And a couple days later, it's the first day of school. this like huge dude comes up to me in school. I'm like ordering like my poutine. I'm just like, yeah. This guy's like, hey man, were you at the brunny on Sunday? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, he looks aggressive. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's up? He's like, you're a fucking cunt. You stole my girl. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Holy shit. We ended up becoming friends because I was like day 2ing a chick at school, and he was with the chick when I show up. So I was like, okay, fuck, I'm not gonna go for this chick. This guy's gonna fucking steal the girl, whatever. I'm gonna make friends with him. Dude, this guy's one of my best friends now. One of like the coolest guys I've ever met. Huge mentor to me. This guy lost his virginity August 2014, and he fucks 22 chicks in 1 year. Like, that's pretty good, right? That's like a solid like 2 months. And that's because he was like on dry spell for like 5 months too. Like, he's hardcore natural, man. This guy's just so charismatic, so social, that like wherever he goes, he's just like the center of attention. Anywhere, and I mean anywhere. Like, a lot of people see me as that guy. No, dude. This guy is, okay? And like he'd fuck like some days he'd like, or some like periods of time he'd fuck like 5 chicks in 2 weeks, okay? And fuck, man, just like his social skills are the best I've ever seen out of anyone I've ever met, and I mean that. I had this friend, Iman. She's this like bisexual chick who only hooks up with chicks. Like, she's bisexual, but she only hooks up with chicks. Yeah. Because guys are too easy. So like, she'll go to the club, she'll pull every single night. Every time we go to the club, she pulls. Because she's the most friendly girl I've ever met. Her game is so fucking on point. She used to A-bomb me like a motherfucker. I'd be in the club, like, dancing on a girl or something. She'd be like, Justin, ah. And I'd be like, Iman, what up? And then she'd grab my girl and run away. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean?
She stole my girl last week too. It's okay, I got her back after.
She's crazy. Like, this girl's insane. I mean, she speaks like, I think like 6 languages, and I think a lot of what she knows and the self-assurance comes from developing herself, man. Like, she comes from a good family. She knows a bunch of languages. She's like 23. She's like traveled, she's been all over the world. She worked for like an expensive airline company. You know what I mean? So, dude, thing with game is like it's a balance of social freedom and social skills. It's a balance of lifestyle and also like pushing yourself to the fucking extremes. Okay, and that's honestly the best advice I can give you to get good fast, right? Having these mentors. Yo, my buddy Thomas, holy fuck. This guy like runs the RSD Inner Circle in Toronto. This guy's fucking crazy. I was with him in Ottawa earlier this year. Dude, Ottawa was a piece of shit. Okay? It was like there was no one on the streets. It's like going to like the mall on not even like the Eaton Center, like one of these like suburban malls. I'm from like Scarborough, so like actually I used to go to Pickering Town Center with Mateus, and there's like absolutely no one. That was Ottawa pretty much. It's like there's like no one there. So you got a game like the employees and shit. So we go to the club, it's like, it's dead as fuck. Bro, we were all struggling. We're all like, yo, what the fuck is up with Ottawa? What the hell? Like, why do we waste money coming here? Somehow, Thomas fucking pulls, okay? Smoking hot girl too. Pulls her back to his hotel. We come back to the hotel and like, it's not
Shit, it says busy.
You're still recording? Yeah, so Thomas fucking pulls. We go back to the hotel. And Thomas is like, yo, this chick won't, he's texting us, he's like, yo, this bitch won't fucking leave, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And so he calls us up, he's like, yo, make an excuse to get this chick out. So we go back to the hotel, we're like, yo, dude, Thomas, yo, your car's getting towed, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't remember what it was, it was something like that, like to do with his car. Thomas promised the chick that he'd drive her home, okay? It was like the middle of the night, he's like, yo, I promise I'll drive you home, and that's how he pulled her back to the hotel. We're like, dude, your car's getting towed, man, the hotel manager's pissed at you, he's gonna kick us out of the hotel. It doesn't fucking make sense. The chick's like, oh no. Thomas is like, what's the chick? You gotta go. Get an Uber, you gotta go. Kicks her the fuck out, okay? The chick didn't have Thomas's number, and apparently like the condom broke. So the next day, he calls her from a payphone. He didn't want her to have his number just in case. Calls her from a payphone, and he's like, yo, do you take your Plan B? And she's like, yeah. He's like, okay. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm hanging out with dudes who know what the fuck they're doing. At the same time, yo, Tom's a really good guy. He's not a dick, but I mean, it was Ottawa, you know what I mean? Like, no one's trying to get random chicks pregnant in Ottawa. It's like, dude, like, you want to have mentors. If you want to learn how to get good at this shit, you want to look at what's this guy doing, what's this guy doing. It's the same thing for anything, really. If you're trying to get good at making money, look at what fucking all these billionaire dudes are doing, right? Or look at what they're eating, look at their habits, look at their behaviors, and learn those kind of things. No hesitation. When you're doing it, dude, dedicate the fuck to it. I think one of the biggest things that's fucking annoying is like on boot camp, the students who like, they're like, man, I want to do it, but I have all these excuses, and so they hesitate. Versus the guys like these guys, like some of the best students I've fucking had, who show up in boot camp and they're like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm like, girl. They're like, boop, 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 boop. Girl. Boop. You know what I mean? Like, no hesitation. They just jump in. Then I'll like come over, whisper in their ear like little things to fix, or break down the set after, right? You don't want to fucking hesitate. When you see the girl, dude, if you're attracted to her, you should be talking to her, okay? If you see the girl and you're attracted to her, you should already be talking to her, man. Instead of like wasting 10 minutes walking around being like, oh, time, wait, let me check my phone. You know what I mean? Like, no. It's like, oh, you're cute, what's up? You know what I mean? Dude, when I'm in the club, it's like, dude, as soon as I see the girl, I'm opening. Okay? I don't fucking hesitate. And that's because if you hesitate, you masturbate. Okay? Okay, this is an interesting one. Actually, like, I don't know if a lot of guys are going to be able to relate to this, but it's something I want to talk about. Acting through your emotions versus acting logical. Okay, it's almost like acting through your like masculine instinct versus logically thinking. Like you can logically think, oh, there's a girl, so I obviously have to talk to her. But then your brain rationalizes not to do it. So for me, I act on my emotions, I act on me being horny, and I see the girl, and I'm like, okay, I'm horny. So I'm Justin. You know what I mean? And that transfers into everything that happens in the set.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Nick, and I've been in this for like 2 years, roughly.
Basically, I started out, I was really socially awkward in high school, and I got bullied like tail end of elementary school, grade 7, grade 8. And that kind of left an imprint on me. Like, I was really social as a kid. Like, I'd have girls chasing me, whatever. But these kids, they were jealous of my success, so they decided to just group up and pretty much like call me a fag, you know. Oh, you're such a pussy, fuck you, shit like that. And they would just conspire to like sabotage me in any way they could. So after that, I started to doubt myself. I'm like, what? Maybe I am a pussy, shit. And they'd like, you know, beat me up, recess. And it was really hard, and I've come a long way. I still have like a little bit of lingering, you know, insecurities, but compared to what I used to be, like I've accomplished some crazy shit. And like, if I can do it, then any of you guys can. Like, I mean, I have fucking acne, I'm short, you know, awkward. I'm still kind of awkward, but I've come pretty far.
Honestly, gaming is the best therapy you can possibly get. Like, I've been to therapists, I've taken antidepressants, shit like that, and nothing has helped me out of my shell more than going out. So like in high school, I'd have girls come up to me, you know, like, hi, my name's Jessica, and I just like shy away, like, leave me alone. And you know, just eat lunch in the washroom stalls, like a fucking, you know, socially awkward dude. And I would just avoid people. And I hung out with like other socially awkward guys, and we'd like smoke weed at lunch and just basically do nothing. And yeah, so eventually by the end of grade 12, I found out about pickup. I started to look up these forums and everything, and I just keep reading books. And like for a year straight, I just constantly, you know, look up theory, mental masturbation pretty much, you know, just motivation. But I wouldn't do shit. And then finally I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go out. So I got my friend Aiden, who, well, he's not here today, I think he's in Iran or something, but yeah, so we would just, he told me, hey dude, guess what, I found about this thing called RSD. And I'm like, oh shit, I know RSD too, let's go out. And you know, every weekend we would plan to go to the Eden Center, and we just awkwardly walk around and, you know, oh dude, I said hi to a girl, fuck yeah. And we would just like encourage the smallest things, but we were these just fucking biggest shows ever. He's got his big snow jacket on. And I have like my awkward blonde hair for whatever reason. And yeah, so basically we didn't really get much success, but slowly we just kept doing it, and we grew, and we saw ourselves growing. And then one day I decided, you know what, let's go to Gravity. I've never been to a club before. So we go to Gravity, and then, you know, we're just opening people, like, hi, I'm Nick, just bullshit little things. And I see this group of guys, there's Justin, Jason, a few other guys. And I'm like, you know what, these guys are picking up. We should introduce ourselves. And like, I had this anxiety, I'm like, should I? Then I said, fuck it, why not? You know, you only live once. I went up to them, I'm like, hey, are you guys picking up girls? I'm like, yeah, oh, we are too, sick. And then we just get together. And yeah, we just start hitting on girls. And in the club, we see who can get more makeouts pretty much. And then, you know, I look at Justin, I'm like, yeah, let's do this shit. And it was crazy, I got like 12 makeouts, and I finally saw you can actually go far with this thing. So ever since then, we've just been going out every single weekend and pimping it. And slowly I saw my skill set start to grow and I could stay in interactions longer and I stopped giving a fuck. You know, my anxiety went away. I started to be more confident. I started to dress better. And as time went on, I actually managed to pull a girl. I went on Plenty of Fish. It's like a dating website. And I just spent hours messaging girls. This is really pathetic, but I just messaged this fat girl. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I just want to get it in. I'm done masturbating. So I'm in my mom's basement, and I say, yeah, come over. Here's my address. My mom's upstairs, and she comes through the back door in the backyard. She comes downstairs, and like I try to make sure she doesn't, notice anything, whatever. She parks down the street, and we start watching a movie. And then for the whole movie, I'm just sitting there awkwardly thinking, should I make a move? And then like hours go by, and I'm just like sweating. And I took like 2 Cialises, which is like a dick pill. It makes your dick hard. I bought it off this dude online. I'm like, I need to get it in. I can't not get it up. And I got completely wasted beforehand, just taking shots from my dad's cabinet. And then I still pussied out. I couldn't do it. And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, can I kiss you? She's like, yeah, sure. So I start kissing her, and then I slowly just slip my hand in her pants, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so wet. This is what a vagina feels like. And then she's like, I actually have to go now. I'm like, fuck, no, I didn't get it in. So she leaves. I'm pretty sure my mom actually came down and asked, oh, you guys want any snacks or anything? Oh, no, we're good. So she leaves, and then right away I call up Aiden, and I'm like, dude, I just fingered a girl. He's like, oh my god, that's fucking amazing. And yeah, but I'm still kind of like butthurt, so I text her, and I'm like, you know what, we should hang out again. She's like, yeah, okay, I'm free tomorrow. And then she finally comes over tomorrow, the dick pills are still in my system, we watch a different movie, and then I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. So I just pounce on her pretty much the next time she comes in, start making out with her. Maybe, I actually lasted 7 times, because like, just kept going up. And I didn't use a condom, which was stupid, because there's another story with a girl and she got pregnant, but that's on later. But yeah, so it was pretty much the best experience of my life, and I just felt so confident, and I'm like, fuck, I did it. And then shortly after, there was this grade 12 trip at Wasaga Beach, and me and Aiden were there or whatever, and I now have the skill set of game. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna get laid like crazy. And for like, it's 3 days. So the first couple of days, I tried approaching on the beach or whatever, got a couple numbers, a couple makeouts, but nothing serious. And everyone else was getting laid around me, like they were just fucking in different cabins that we were sleeping in, like all my old classmates. And my pain body started to come back, like fuck, maybe I'm not good at game, maybe I am a loser, maybe I am a pussy. The kids are right, the ones that bully me. But then I just got so pissed off that I'm like, you know what, fuck this shit. I left, went on the beach, and like approached like crazy. And I met this one girl, and I didn't think anything of it. I got her number, and I'm like, okay, we'll hang out later. We go back to the cabins, whatever, we're drinking, and it's nighttime. I say, okay, let's hang out. I go back to the beach, she's waiting for me, and then we start talking, and then I start kissing her, and next thing you know, we're naked, just banging on the fucking beach. And I take her to the bathroom stall, and then this lady comes in, and she's like, I have to clean this, you have to leave. So I'm like, okay, I awkwardly put my stuff back. She was on her period too, I don't know why I did that, but I just got like blood everywhere. But it's like, so, yeah.
By the way, guys, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
but we got condoms for you guys because we don't want you guys to knock up a chick like Nick did.
Don't make mistakes.
Okay?
I didn't catch anything to this day, I'm surprised, just in case.
Yeah, me too.
Like, honestly, always fucking use a condom. I mean, it's always use a fucking condom.
Don't go wrong.
Like, this shit is so fucking dangerous that's like, dude, like, how old are you, man? You're 17 years old. Do you have a job? Who do you live with? Do you think you're in any way capable of raising a son? If a chick decides, I'm gonna keep this kid, are you in any way raising a son, like, in any position to raise a son? Hell no. Do you have the money for child support? $1,000. Do you know how much it costs to fucking raise a kid? It costs about like, it can cost anywhere from like $250,000 to like $500,000 to raise a kid, okay? Dude, there's so many expenses, there's like fucking, like from growing up, baby, baby diapers and shit, all that bullshit, to like college tuition, man. Dude, this shit's expensive as fuck. Okay? So, man, use these condoms. We're handing out free fucking condoms for you. So, use them, alright? If you pull a chick, use them. It's different if you have like a girlfriend and she's like on birth control or something. Or like, you know what I mean? But use condoms. Or like at least some other method of birth control. Alright? Yeah, run that way.
No, thanks, man. That's
Oh, you're
important.
good.
Use condoms.
Go another one.
So yeah, like I racked up 2 kills by this point within 1 month.
Yo, guys, quiet the fuck down. Quiet down. Nick's talking.
And yeah, I'm just on this natural high. So, let's see, where do I go from here? Okay, so yeah, I get 2 kills. You know, I come back home and I'm feeling fucking awesome. High school's over, and I decide to take a year off. So, you know, me and Justin were killing it. And like fucking, I remember this one time, me and Aiden, on a Wednesday, we just went out to film a video. And we see these 2 Latina chicks, and we just start talking to them. And next thing you know, one thing leads to another. I think Mateus was there too. Actually, everyone was there pretty much. And next thing you know, we bring him to our buddy EJ's place. And, you know, he's leaving. He's like, okay, you guys can, you know, chill there, whatever. And I think we raid his liquor cabinet, which is kind of a douchey thing to do. But Aiden says to his girl, oh, why don't we go to the bathroom? And, you know, my girl and me are on the bed. And she just starts blowing me. And I'm like, fuck, it's a Wednesday. How the hell am I doing this? And then after, you know, they come back, and then we start making out with them, whatever. And they're like, this is way too smooth. Like, how did this work? How did this happen? It's almost like we brainwashed these girls into, like, sleeping with us. It's crazy. It's like this skill set, if you develop it enough, it's almost like fucking mind control. Like, you can actually get really far. And, like, the number one thing is belief. If you don't believe you can do it, even for a second, you will not succeed at all. Like, think, okay, I can't get laid, I'm not worthy of pussy. You won't get it. That's just how it is. And in the back of my mind, I always knew I deserved it. You know, I was just dealt a shit hand, whatever, I was bullied. But because I never let go of that belief, I constantly just continued to get laid. So it's like, this shit can take you to crazy places. You know, I got laid, or I didn't get laid in Ottawa, but me and Aiden went to Ottawa once too. And we just met these girls in the mall, we didn't think anything of it. And then they text us at night, and they're like, oh, come over. So we go over to their place, him and his girl go to a different room, me and my girl are in a different room. And we're just drinking with them, talking, whatever. You know, she's sucking my dick. And next thing you know, she's just like, or I didn't have a condom, so I went to the other room, talked to Aiden, I'm like, dude, I need a condom. And I come back, this girl's butt naked on Skype with her mom for some reason. And I overhear on the phone, get those boys out of the house. So I'm fucking shirtless, like naked. I grab my shit, I run. I'm like, dude, they're gonna call cops on us, fuck. Because we're 19, they're 17, we thought it was illegal, it's not. And then we just book it, we grab a cab, and we leave. But it's just like crazy shit. And about 6 months ago, I became a stripper. That's another story. Pretty much I was living in Georgetown for a year. It's this place 2 hours away from here. And there's not much going on, and I was kind of just digging around. And I don't go out nearly as much as Justin because there's just no people there. It's like buttfuck nowhere. There's literally racists there too. Like the KKK is still around there. It's fucked. So yeah, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna apply to be a stripper. I always wanted to. Easy pussy, easy money. So I go in, I get the job, and Justin's cousin EJ was nice enough to let me sleep on his couch. So for a month, I would sleep on his couch. I'd work at the strip club. And you'd meet like all kinds of girls there. And I remember I got laid like 8 times in like 6 days. It was crazy. And, but the problem with that was I was constantly into drugs, you know, I was doing coke or whatever, and drinking every day. I was just in party mode, coping mode, like, fuck yeah, I'm the shit. And I had this unrealistic ego. But really, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, there's game, and you don't necessarily have to have your shit together to be good at game. Like Nate, for example. You could be a total fucking washout and still be good at game. But, you know, the concept is not to just get good at game, but have your life together and get good at game. So I was getting laid like crazy. I remember I had a threesome with 2 strippers once, and they robbed me $500. Fucking, I'd pull a girl in the back, snort some coke, pull another girl in the back, go home with her. It was just crazy. But you reach like a low level, and you realize that these girls don't really like you for you necessarily. They liked me for my status. You know, I was a stripper, so they'd fuck me. They'd go home and tell their friends, oh my god, I fucked this stripper, ha. And then they wouldn't call me back or whatever. So it's just like the fantasy. So you want girls to like you for you and the person you become, not necessarily because you have status or whatever. You know, a lot of people have a lot of money, they get laid. It's not really them, it's just the money. They attract gold diggers or whatever. But yeah, I realized that I had to quit that shit because it was ruining me as a person, psychologically too. You know, I was actually going crazy. And you just don't want to be in that environment. So, yeah. Also have some notes here.
Actually, I think to add to that,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you want to handle every fucking aspect of your life, man. Every aspect. First of all, girls were hooking up them because they didn't like him for him. It was the status, right? At the same time, when you're going out to talk to girls, you want to do it because you like them for them. Bro, early this year, it was fucked. Because, like, this is like, what, like March, February, around that time. Man, I was like, I go to the clubs, and in one week, I go to, like, 4 club events. I make out, like, 100 girls in a week. Like, I kid you not. Like, I'd walk around the club, girl after girl, and I wouldn't even pull them. Because that wasn't my intention. I wasn't trying to get laid. I was already getting laid, like, with other girls. Plus, I had a girlfriend. But it was like kind of open relationship. More so, like, I treat this chick like shit. I hook up with other girls, brag to her about it, and then I was just like trying to push things as far as I can, be as weird as I can, like fucked up as I can, you know what I mean? I guess I was just trying to like immerse myself in like a lot of the negativity I'd been drawn to from hanging out with like people like Nate, where it's like you just want to do fucked up, obnoxious shit. And I mean, it left like my ex-girlfriend like fucked up emotionally. You know what I mean? It left her really fucked up. But for me, I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome, man. And so like we broke up, and just like to cope with it for like a few months, man, like I'd go to the club. It's like a rave, right? Raves are so fucking easy. Make out like 50 chicks in one night, finger like a few chicks. Just like it's crazy. I'd like run around, I'd finger a chick, go up to another chick, I'd be like, open your mouth, stick my finger in your mouth. It was like the most fucked up, obnoxious shit that like, and I was such an asshole. I was genuinely an asshole. Just cause like. Again, right, I came from that, like, place of, like, I was bullied. I always wanted to be an asshole because I guess, like, then I feel better about myself, right? Which is fucking bad. The girls I was hanging out with, I didn't actually like them, dude. Like, the girls with, like, low self-esteem, who didn't care about themselves, you know what I mean? And now, when I surround myself with girls, they all have high self-esteem, they're all great girls, they're all, like, smart girls, they all know what they're doing with their lives, okay? You want to talk to the girls and like them for them, connect with them, because you genuinely like them, not to validate your ego, not to feel better about yourself, not to brag to your friends. It's like, oh dude, I made out with 100 girls in a week. I swear to God, there was like this one week in March. So I go to this like rave, it was like a Sunday night, I make out like 50 chicks. I go out Thursday night, I make out like 10 chicks. I go out Friday night, and it was like another like big event, I made out like 20 chicks. I went out like Saturday night, I made out like 10 chicks. Like, and I wasn't even thinking about it, I wasn't even like trying to make out 100 chicks that week. And I was like thinking about it, I was like, holy fuck, I made out like 100 chicks in the last week. Dude, I got sick, and I was like in bed for like 2 weeks after from like hooking up all these fucking chicks. First of all, it's fucking disgusting. Who the hell's gonna want to date you if you're like ridden with disease? You know what I mean? Plus, you have like no self-respect for yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you become that quote unquote slut. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna be happy with yourself if you're not actually connecting with the girls and they're not actually connecting with you. Okay? It's a bad habit to hook up with girls to like cope or to do it from a place of coping, not thriving, right? Like when Nick was at the strip club, just like hooking up a chick after chick, but he wasn't thriving. Even though a lot of people would be like, oh my God, this guy's getting laid. He pulled like 2 threesomes in a week. It's like, no, dude, he's coping. Because he's doing that to like validate his ego, to have fun. Sure, you get the experience, but dude, you gotta learn from that or you stay there, I mean? Like you said, there's like strippers working there for like years, right?
Yeah, it's like guys who are fucking 35 years old and they're still stripping for like money, and it's like, what are they gonna do with their lives? You know, they can't be attractive forever. They're gonna stop making money, and then what? They're fucked.
Yeah, man, you don't want to be that guy. Right?
So, yeah, pretty much, I wouldn't even know these girls' names, to be honest. Like, I would just hook up with them, whatever, and then go my own way, and they just did not give a fuck about me.
You kind of attract what you are. So like I would constantly attract damaged girls, like really fucked up girls. They pushed me to do like drugs and stuff when I was hanging out with them. So you really have to like strengthen yourself and like become the most developed version of yourself possible. Like I had issues, I had inner demons, so I'd attract like girls that would cheat on me. You know, like literally I knocked this girl up and you know, moments later she'd be hooking up with another guy, bouncing from guy to guy. And you just have to cultivate like a positive lifestyle, keep the ecosystem like positive. But yeah, man, just in conclusion, you know, constantly be growing.
As you can tell, I still have a little bit of anxiety because I haven't really been going out lately.
No, I think it's fine.
Thank you.
No, honestly, the thing is like, it never goes away. It like 100% never goes
Yeah.
away. Like, well, that's not necessarily true. Actually, earlier this year, last month, I felt like a really fucked up depression. Out of nowhere. My life was awesome. Boot camps were awesome. Coaching every weekend. Like, even one of my students recently, for like 2 months ago, he's in a relationship now, and and then he's like in love with his girlfriend. I met on boot camp, like we met the chick on boot camp. He was talking to this girl. I was winging. The girl was with some guy. I completely amogged him. I pretended to be gay, hit on him, and like I pulled him away, threw a bunch of girls at him, and just like my student and her were just like fucking hooked. It wasn't even like hooked where like they're like hooking up, but like just the conversation was so passionate. They really liked each other. They've been going out now for a couple months. They're monogamous. They're in love with each other. Like, isn't that fucking awesome? He has his shit together. You know what I mean? So, dude, games, it's all about like cultivating everything, bringing it together, implementing it to your lifestyle. That's why I don't have to go out to do pickup. I do it through my lifestyle. It's part of who I am, and people expect that of me. People who know me expect me to be that guy. When I'm in the club and I see, dude, everywhere I go, I see people I know. Yo, Sebastian, Owen, how many times this weekend did we see people I know? How many fucking times?
20.
Sebastian, on Thursday night, we went to the Maddie, it was fucking dead. And I knew like everyone there. And I haven't been to the Maddie since like summer. It's like, bro, like everywhere I'm going, people are like, yo, Justin, what up? Yo, Justin. Like, and I mean this, like everywhere. Like, I'm downtown, at school, like, and even places I don't even hang out. It happened in Montreal. I'd never been to Montreal before in my life. Actually, no, I went once when I was 5, but that doesn't count, right? But I was in Montreal. I was seeing girls I know from Toronto. We pulled these chicks back to my cousin's place on New Year's, okay? And Mateus got like a blowjob on my cousin's bed. Okay? And like we were all there. We were all kind of like watching. And I was at school like last week, and I see this chick, right? And she's talking to my buddy. I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm Justin, right? That's like my social circle game. It's like you see one of your friends talking to anyone, girl or guy. Sup, I'm Justin. Like, you always introduce yourself. That's how you build a big social circle, okay? Or anytime you see someone you even barely know or you're acquainted with, you open them, right? So, like, I see my buddy talking to this chick. She's like, I remember you from New Year's. I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you? She's like, remember we went back to your friend's place for the after party? And I was like, wait a second. She's like, yeah, my friend sucked your friend's dick. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yo, Justin, you should tell what happened after she did it.
Oh yeah, and then like, dude, the thing is, I'm really good with like social skills. Nick's really good with like social freedom. That's why when we come together, it's like fucking explosive. So like Nick absolutely doesn't give a shit because the thing is like, he's got this anxiety, right? Same way I actually have like social anxiety from like when I go out, if I'm not going out every day or pushing myself hard enough, dude, I'm scared when I'm out in public, believe it or not. Like, you can't tell, even from the way I talk. You can't fucking tell. When I got up here, I'm like, all right, it's speech time. But, like, you can't tell, like, that I feel nervous and shit. Because I handle it so well, I make sure that I handle it.
And the way I like...
See, Nick does the same thing by pushing his social freedom, right? So, after, like, the chick was done with Mateus, Nick walks up to her, pulls his dick out, and he's like, can I get seconds? I mean, it's a reflection of his social freedom and him wanting to pretty much push himself socially. He didn't expect the chick to fucking do anything. And if she did, like, it's just a bonus. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much how you can get laid very fucking easily. Social freedom plus learning the social skills. Social freedom is something you have to bring from within. Social skills is something you learn from external factors, like going out, meeting people, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
About it.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're good. Hold on. Let's go.
Yeah, ready? I don't really know what pickup was, obviously, before I met Justin. I mean, I've seen some videos, you know, like simple pickup. I used to watch it and I used to just think, wow, this looks so awesome, looks so fun. But I didn't know people actually took that seriously. I thought it was just for YouTube videos, right? So then I remember I was just chilling at STC one day with one of my Asian friends, and then Justin comes up to me. He's like, "Oh my God, you're adorable, spin," you know? And he comes up to me. I mean, I thought he was gay at first, right? So I was like playing along, right? And I also kind of smoked a few hours before. I smoked some weed, so I was like coming down from my high. You know, I was having fun. He seemed like a cool guy, so just going along with it, right? And he's like, "Oh, you should come party, right?" So I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I wanted cool friends, right? Always, right? So we went out. I thought this was like the coolest thing ever. I remember seeing him, the way he could just like start all these social circles, all these cool friends. I was like,
No,
wow,
that was a
like-
little while after though, wasn't it?
well, I just noticed like he had so much like
Yeah.
power and influence
Yeah.
over people, and like really inspired me, right?
Yeah.
And like for months we hung out and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
We hung out, and then I remember when I was young, like I always wanted to be someone. You know, I always felt like I deserved more, right? I felt like I was just average, and I remember like always being jealous of guys, how guys could do this, guys could do that, especially because I grew up in Ukraine from my childhood, right? It's sexism. It's always like, yeah, if you're a girl, you're expected to do this, you know. Also, it's a pretty homophobic background, right? So I always wanted to kind of be like one of the guys, right? Be able to do the same shit, right? And I realized like, wow, I could do this. So I started just practicing social skills, just pushing myself. Like, I used to even be shy to just say thank you to the bus driver or confrontation. I was always scared of confrontation. You know when you have to like, when your teacher's mad at you and she's like, come see me after class or something? I'd always like sweat like crazy. I'd almost tear up because it scared the shit out of me just having someone like stare at you, right? Like that, right? So in general, I was scared of attention. And like right now, I'm in front of like 30 people. And I'm like nowhere near as nervous as I used to be. So anyways, I got into pickup. I remember the first 3 approaches. All I knew was what Justin used, which was, hi, you're adorable. I'm a club promoter. You should come party, right? So I saw this one chick. So I come up to her, I'm like, hi, I like your hats, right? I'm like, you should come party. And then realized that her mom was like right next to her. And the girl was like 16. She's like, what do you mean party? I'm like, oh, I'm a club promoter. So anyways, it was like the worst interaction of my life. So I started going out like every day, getting into it, getting rejected like hardcore. Holy fuck. But remember it hit me that I wanted to stay in pickup when I approached this chick. She was with her boyfriend, right? I did it anyway, right? We just had a good connection. And after I went badly, but then 2 weeks later, she invited me to her cottage. And like, I remember being at that cottage with like her and her friends, and she'd take me like tubing and stuff. I remember just looking like at the beautiful cottage and thinking like, wow, like if I didn't know game, I would never have this opportunity. Like I'd never be able to meet these people and have someone just invite me to their cottage and have fun with their friends, right? So those are the kind of experiences that you learn through game. You like meet all these cool people. Like yesterday, me and Nick and Jose, we all hung out. We went to Woodbine Beach, and we just bonded, right? All through pickup. I met Jose because I approached these same chicks that he just finished approaching, and I completely like aim-ogged him. And I remember I like did a choke opener on him as a joke. This is a picture of it online. So yeah, what I wanted to like talk about today is what I think is the most important aspect of game, which I learned, was belief. I know both of you guys mentioned that, right? Because like anyone that's good at game, it's because they believe they are. They expect it. Like they expect to get these girls. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying, like, you get in life like whatever you're entitled to. Like they mention that a lot. So like if you see a girl and she seems super easy, right? You know you could get her, and when you do approach her, you do get her. It's because you expect to get her. So those are the kinds of things that you'd apply to game, right? So I think that's what really helped me was when I could just change my belief systems through like watching YouTube videos, also getting inspired, also going out and just pushing yourself and having a little bit of success that would get you that new belief system. And like also there's this like whole concept that I was talking about a lot with Jose yesterday, which was naturals versus like, oh, being the pickup guy, right? Also being the nice guy versus the asshole, right? It's like, this is what I believe, okay? The whole like 2 concepts broken down. It will work if you believe it works. If you think being a natural works, it'll work. If you think being gimmicky works, it'll work. If you think being nice, if you're just a sweet person, I know lots of sweet people like Mohab, he goes up to girls, he says, wow, like you're gorgeous, like he's completely congruent, he knows it'll work. And those girls, all that saying like, oh, she's validation seeking, she won't like him, she wants a guy that treats her like shit. It worked because she could see that he's being genuine and he's being honest. So you don't have to put on a persona. Whatever you feel like it, if you believe that that's who you are, that's what you want to show to the girl. That's what you should do.
But to add to that, it's like, that's so fucking true. You literally can just have a fucking conversation. Last week on boot camp, I mean, dude, like for me, like, I'm getting tired of clubbing. I'm getting tired of partying every fucking weekend. It's the same shit, very routine. When you see me being high energy, that's because I'm feeling it in the moment, and I want to act that way because I like to express myself. I'm a very expressive guy. When I'm not feeling expressive, I just like to have a conversation. So I'll be in the club, I'll literally be going up to girls, I'll be like, yeah, so I got depressed earlier in November, right? It's because I wasn't managing my health, I was doing boot camps, I was hustling, but I wasn't managing my health. I was eating pizza every day, McDonald's, eating very shitty food every single day, and that took a toll on like my mental health, right? So I'll be in the club being like, yeah, what's up, I'm Justin, oh yeah, I was just telling my friend about how I only eat healthy now, I only eat vegetables and clean meats and clean food, because I got depressed. I'll be like, oh, that's so cool. And it's like, dude, I'm having a conversation just about like my fucking vegetables, dude. I'm literally picking up chicks talking about vegetables. And they're like attracted to me. It's like, if anyone sees me in the club, they're like, how do you do it, man? What's your secret? It's like, yo, I'm talking about vegetables, man.
So with that though, what I noticed from like observing a lot of people is everyone knows the biggest concept of game is to just be yourself, right? But what I realized is people are kind of afraid to show who they are. So by saying, oh, just honestly, just do whatever you feel like doing, I feel like that doesn't apply to a lot of newbies. Because those are the kind of things that you realize after years of game, because you change your belief systems, right? So with that, you want to change your belief systems so you're not afraid anymore to express yourself. So you can do that by taking action. Because through action, you actually like reprogram your brain to not be afraid to do certain things, right? So once you have an experience and your brain knows that this isn't as scary as I thought it would be, you can kind of tell your body to be okay with this moment. So then you're reprogrammed and you won't be as afraid. So for me, my biggest fear was always confrontation. So for example, if I'd approached a girl before, I would always be scared to reapproach because I'd be scared of getting that confrontation back. So what I did was I forced myself to reconfront. And by doing that, like I convinced my brain that it's okay to do this. So
Alright.
So yeah, you wanna I just feel like people are kind of scared of being who they are, and just by saying, you know what, it's easy to get girls, just be yourself. It's very hard. So that's why I say the concept of being a natural versus being a pickup artist, it's like very tangible, because to me a natural is someone that's unconsciously doing the stuff that we teach in game. So we'll say, oh, have abundance. Naturals already have abundance. We'll say, oh, have masculine polarity, man to woman vibe. They already have that. So the reason why you do pickup is to convince your brain that this is the way that's attractive, right? And you can reprogram yourself. So we're not saying that just be yourself means don't try at all. It's different, because different people are born with different skills. And if you were to throw a newbie and be like, go approach that tent and just don't try, to him not trying just being like this. But to a guy that already knows game, to him not trying is like just being himself, because there's different versions of yourself. I don't know. But yeah.
I think I just want to add one more thing, just to make it, one of the best quotes I heard from Matthias actually, that was like, I think like last month, we were at the Maddies, he was with Valentino. He said like, if you're going to be awkward, be confident about it. So like, if you're going, it's where you go like 100%, or you don't go at all. And I think you do this the most, because you don't focus on the masculine vibe, or like, obviously, and you just don't care. Like when you approach, I even saw that yesterday, you just go like, you're trying to have fun, right? So like, you just like, you're like, 90% of your approach is like just high five and being physical and joking around, even like lifting girls up, you know what I mean? You don't care, even if it's like kind of weird for them at the beginning, the fact that you're like 100% congruent about it just works. So that's why I realized it doesn't even like matter what you say, it's just like be congruent and confident about what you say, and it doesn't matter. So.
Imagine someone that's like born to success and they already have all these good work habits, like Justin Trudeau, right? Like he was born into a family where his dad was the prime minister. So he already developed all those skill sets. Like unconsciously, he was already probably really organized, on top of his shit. He knew how to get to where he wanted to be. So that's like comparison to the natural game. But then someone that pretend they're born into a family where their parents didn't do shit, they didn't help them, they had a regular job, and they didn't learn good work habits. So they learn these work habits through reading, through hanging out with people that are better than them, through experiencing things. And that's the pickup guy. So they all develop the same good habits, the same good skill sets, except one has to learn them and one is born into it. So just let go of all those different, spirals in game. Just focus on improving. I mean, that's what I do. Like, I used to judge myself a lot every time I went out. I used to always take notes, right? And I noticed that I took more negative notes on myself than positive ones. And I realized that every time I go out, it's like every night felt bad. I always felt some negative energy, no matter if I got success or not, because I always felt like I wasn't good enough. And if you're an ambitious person, no matter what, you always feel like you're not good enough. You always feel like there are people better than you. So now what I do is I just record the good things about myself. So you have to figure out what are your weaknesses and change that. If you're a positive person, maybe it would be a good idea to reflect more on yourself and see what you can improve on. But if you're really negative and you're dealing with a lot of negative emotions, personally I do. I have a lot of internal negativity in me. I don't really show it. I mean, I speak positively and I try to compliment people and show good value, but internally I'm always judging myself. So I learned that I should be more proud of myself. Especially if you hang out with guys that are really good, like Justin. I always see him, it's crazy all that he's accomplished, right? It makes me look at myself wow, I've done nothing compared to that, right? So it inspires me, but also sometimes you create negative emotions towards yourself because you feel like you're not good enough, right? And Matthias and all these people. So sometimes you gotta just reflect and see what will help you the most in game. So don't judge yourself too much. I think as long as you're pushing yourself and you can actually see that you're changing and you're not the old version of you, then you should, give each other a clap. It's amazing. It's just to wrap things up. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to address Owen's question, which was for conversational skills. I think a lot of people, they struggle. It's what do I say? How do I say it? So I use different kind of strategies in different situations. First question. Have you guys ever read How to Win Friends and Influence People?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very keen game. You must read it.
So in that book, it basically says, talk about the other person more, make it relevant to them. So I apply that when I'm talking to someone in authority, or if I want to talk to a shyer girl, because she may feel like she's not enough. So I want to relate to her. I want to talk about her more. But then if I'm talking to a girl that thinks she's the shit of the club, and she's used to all these people interrogating her, being curious about her, then I talk more about myself. Because I notice that works a lot more. If I just continue talking about myself, she sees that I'm more high value because I'm not so focused on her.
Yeah, well, it's bringing people into your reality, right? If you notice in that video where me and my student are pulling those two chicks back from the club, I'm talking about the shit I want to talk about because you can tell she's buying into my frame. She's liking what I'm talking about. She's hearing me talk and she's like, oh my god, this guy's so funny, this guy's so cool. So I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm going to be talking about day game. I'm going to be talking about whatever the hell I want to. I was walking on my phone. I was like, yeah, blah blah blah, Netflix and chill, right? I've talked about what I want to talk about because she relates to that. She likes hearing me talk. Versus people in authority who like to feel validated. If you're like, oh my god, Ola, man, I love your pants. Where'd you get them?
I don't know.
I love your hat. Oh my god, you're so cool. Blah blah blah. So how instead of asking questions as well, instead of being like, where are you from? I'll be like, you don't look like you're from Toronto. Where are you from?
Ukraine.
Oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's she'll talk about herself. She'll be like, oh, I'm from Ukraine. I'm from here. I'm from here. Dude, if you meet a chick who's not from Toronto and you're like, where are you from? And she's like, oh, I'm from Brazil. You're like, oh, Brazil. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'll put on a little accent, like, oi, you're from Brazil. They'll be like, oh my god, this guy's so cool.
Yeah.
Versus a lot of guys will go up to these girls and they're like, they'll be like, oh, stop, blah, 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 right? And they'll just like run to them and shit. And the girl's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? They want to get to know you, but they also want you to get to know them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the key to fucking pulling is essentially, and like, getting to know people in general and getting them to like you, is attraction plus comfort.
Yeah, that's so true, so true. It depends, okay? If it's a girl and she's like super loud, you know, you can tell she's like, her body temperature is like really high up. Like, I just go in for it. I think Laura saw yesterday, right? Do you want to explain what happened? We were like near the washroom at Fiction, and I saw this blonde chick walking in. I was literally like, oh my god, you, be my girlfriend. Like, lifted her up and like pushed her against the wall and like, made out with her. But then like other girls, like, I go super slow, especially if they're like straight, even though we all know girls aren't straight, you know. You see the shit they do at clubs, so like, it's not an excuse. So I'm usually like, oh my god, I love straight girls, be my gay best friend, I'll be your gay best friend, right? So with those girls, like, I'll escalate really slowly, like, I'll joke around a lot, and use like hypothetical scenarios to kind of build attraction, so I'll be like, so like, do you like it when a guy like approaches you and he's like really like slow and sensual and like I actually do it? Or I'm like, or do you like a guy that's like really aggressive, just like pushes you against the wall, like that, right? And like just by doing that, she gets so horny, right? And I'll start making up like scenarios. Like I do this a lot. I call this like the Twilight move. Yeah, all my friends know about it because I do it to like every fucking chick and it works every time. So that's like when I'll be like, have you ever watched the movie Twilight? And like, do you know the part when like Edward pushes Bella against the wall? It works and then every time. They like, and then like he like bites her neck and he whispers like, I just want to suck. And like, I want to suck up your blood, baby. And he gets like so turned on, like, and then he reaches down lower and lower, bites you, and like, fuck, it's like crazy. So yeah, in those situations. Yeah, they like that. They like dominance.
Well, just to add to that
Yeah.
too, it's also a way of programming the girl's brain where you're essentially like leading her, right? I mean, a lot of this comes from like NLP, which is like neuro-linguistic programming, and you're essentially like leading her by like doing things like you're giving her suggestions, you're giving your brain suggestions, so that she'll feel it, right? So like you'll mention sex, so she'll be thinking like, oh, sex, or you might say like there's like some really old school ways of doing this,
Yeah.
which are really fucking creepy.
Oh, it's like, when you say
yeah.
we can't have sex, she'll think of sex.
Yeah.
It's like, that way.
Like she'll think have sex. Oh, we can't have sex. She's like, oh, have sex, right?
Yeah.
So that's essentially what she's doing. She's like, oh, Edward, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, whoa, it turns her on.
Yeah. Or be like, stop, don't, like, I hate straight girls, they always just use me for sex. I'll say shit like that and like push them away a little bit, and it gets them more attracted. So yeah, that's conversational skills. That's mixed in with some like seduction skills as well. So you can apply like hypothetical situations in conversation skills. You can be like, so do you like a guy that's like this? Or do you like this? Like, what would you do if a guy came up to you and did this? But you actually do it at the same time, so she can't use it against you, and it works really well. Like I seen that in the RST Max's video, right? So I kind of tried that out a little bit and developed my own like versions of doing it. So it's like really funny. Even like on Tinder and stuff, just honestly, you should see my Tinder messages. They're so fucked up. Like, they're so fucked up. I want to see if there's still some saved. Like, I'll be like, some are like, I like your nose. Some are like, you're hot, what the fuck? Like, they've seen some shit. I mean, half of them I don't get replies. But like, you can honestly just like fuck around with it and like, that's what makes it work. Do you see in that video how I came up to the girl, right? And I was like, I just can't talk to girls. I can't do this anymore. And like, I'm just making shit up, and it works. So instead of trying to do something, do the opposite. So like, if you're trying to talk to the girls, go up to her and say, listen, like, I fucking have social anxiety. Like, honestly, I just want to get girls. I'm tired of being like this. And I just want to meet girls. And like, see her reaction. She'll see how open you are to it, and she's like, wow, like, he's confident with his insecurities. And like, that's what confidence is. Like, all of us, we're confident with our insecurities. Like, we know what our weaknesses are, and we voice that, and that's what confidence is. So, you know, just be okay with it. Everyone has their own, like, limitations, their own fucked up shit. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I'll say today. So, let's game tonight.
All right, guys, we're gonna do like
Did anyone have a funny story?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
You guys want to hear a funny story
What's the story?
about a girl named Leslie?
Wait, Leslie.
Leslie. Okay, so
One from school?
no. Wait,
No,
she's this blonde chick.
Wait, the one who goes
They
to
wouldn't tell.
One
But then she goes to Humber.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so like 3 weeks ago, I met her at Fiction, right? And I just went up with her, right? I went up to her, like, I'm from behind, and I was like, oh, let's go get some water to like build, compliance, so we got water. I pulled her to this one area at Fiction, where I pull all my girls. I call it my sex dungeon, but I don't know if you guys probably know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's this room there, right? And like we
It's like a storage room.
we scissored and shit, and then she told me she was straight, right? So I was like, okay, it's gonna be a one-night thing, right? I was fine with it. Later on, she finds me on Facebook. I don't know, we had no mutual friends. And then we talked for a bit. All my messages is just purely sexual. I was like, at one point, I was like, I want to fuck you behind the McDonald's bathroom. Make you call me Ronald McDonald. And then she was like, I like your confidence. Let's hang out. so then she comes to Fiction, right? I'm like waiting in line up. We have like a bunch of tickets, free tickets, right? And then I'm like waiting there. I'm like, yeah, Leslie. I'm just talking to other girls, like not really worrying too much about it. And I'm in a lineup, and then they all come up to me, her and her like 2 other friends. And then they're like, we found your YouTube channel. You're a player. And I was like, what? No, I'm not. Marketing purposes. Right? And then I just still didn't care. So I'm just talking to other girls. I'm like flirting with them in front of her, right? She keeps trying to get at me. She's like, keeps pushing me against the wall and stuff. I'm not giving a fuck, right? And she starts like, in the club later, she starts like making out with other chicks. Like obviously, like trying to make me jealous. She made out with Iman.
Yeah.
Like
Iman's our bisexual friend, if you guys don't remember.
bisexual
The
friend.
one who like
only
pulls a
hooks
lot
up
of
with
chicks.
girls. Yeah. And so eventually, I talked to her because I kind of liked her. So, and then she starts literally like punching the shit out of me. Like she was
fucked up.
like she was watching. She's like, I hate you. Ugh, like, I hate you. Like, you talk to all these other girls. I thought you just used me. You just used me, right?
Did
And
she
like,
say something about like introducing you to her parents?
Oh my god, yeah. So afterwards, I was
No,
like,
it gets worse.
it gets worse. So I was like, she still wants to fuck. I was just like,
Well,
She's
it's true, right?
invested.
Look at the way she's acting. She's so deeply invested in Ola that she's like in love with Ola. You know
She was.
what I mean?
She was like, I've seen how you make out with all those girls. Half of them aren't even hot. And I'm like, no, but you're different. You're special, right? I was going. And then so I dragged her finally to my sex dungeon part 2. I literally spent an hour trying to talk to her, comfort her. I realized that wasn't really a good idea because I was kind of justifying it.
Yeah.
So anyways, and then she's like, I wanted to introduce you to my parents, but what am I supposed to say about your YouTube channel? I'm like, we literally met once at a club. She's saying all this shit. So anyways, I still like fuck her and stuff. People kept coming to the room. I was like, yo, leave, right? She ends up, yeah, and what happened? Continue the story.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I went in like a couple times. First time, they were just talking. Second time,
Slow
they were
punching.
doing some stuff. Third time, she was crying.
My pants were down. My pants were down and she was like crying. She still wanted to bang. It's okay.
Another time I brought Justin in. I was like, you gotta see this.
Yeah, and she's just like, yo, this is serious. Like, you guys gotta leave. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm out.
And then I go to the bathroom and I see this other chick that I met a few weeks ago and we bonded. Leslie, she sees me, right? And she's like, wow, sick, wow. And then she like goes and she breaks the bathroom door. She fucking kicks it. Like there's literally another broken Fiction bathroom door. Like I saw it yesterday. And she like runs out. And then later on, I text her, I'm like, hope you get home safe. And she replies with, I hate you. Like we'll never talk ever again.
The thing is,
It's crazy.
we're not assholes. Honestly, I have like a deep love for women. I'm very protective over them, like over like the girls I hang out with too. It's just like through like this journey, you learn so much, meet so many people. A lot of times you might hook up with a girl and realize, oh shit, you don't get along with them. A lot of times you might end up in a relationship with some girl you didn't get along with, but now you guys are like best friends. That's literally exactly what happened to me. It's like my girlfriend, like opposites, but we get along so well. Right? So at the end of the day, just like try not to hurt people's feelings, but if it happens, right? The thing is, we're like very honest with what we do. We're very clear with what we do. So we tell girls like, this is what we do, this is who we are, and they know. You know what I mean, like I'll be in the club, like girl after girl. I'll be making out with girls, and everyone sees me making out with the chicks. But then the chicks are like, oh, it's my, like when's my turn? When's my turn? You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how we portray ourselves. It's like I'm this guy. This is what I like to do. This is who I am. Feel me? Okay, so we're gonna do like top.
So I took Justin's bootcamp and it was amazing, life-changing experience. It was fun. I learned a lot of stuff, and there is a lot more to learn.
How many chicks you make out with?
5.
Have you ever done that before in a night?
No.
Hey, this guy's awesome. I just did a boot camp with him. It blew my mind.
Just finished Justin's boot camp. It was a great learning experience. Learned a lot of new shit today with Justin. Things I would have never seen that he pointed out for me, and he kept pushing me really hard. So I know that when I keep going out these next few days, it's gonna be really good.
Would you say it was worth it?
Definitely worth it. I'd encourage all you guys to definitely go out and take it to really push yourself to the next level.